And I'm seeing just some other chatter just around motivating, keeping people motivated, particularly in HR with maybe a little bit of thanklessness coming from the rest of the organization. And I guess I would comment on that, you know, I've led HR departments in large ways across the world, and I can tell you anywhere I've been in any country, it's not necessarily a department that gets a lot of credit. It's in the background and it's running hard and working hard with a lot of smart, capable people, and it does create a lot of burnout because you don't get that appreciation. What I found, and this question kind of comes from the position of leadership, is as the leader of the HR department, then you got to be the rock to provide that. You're the one that has to keep talking and mentioning and identifying, where the excellent resides, and patting your team on the back. And I have gone on before and said to my leaders, particularly those that my department would like to hear from, hey, I need some help here. I need some help in the space of recognizing my team, helping motivate them. Here are their challenges. This is what has them down. And, a pat on the back from you as the CEO or you as the general manager would go a long way. And every time I've done that, well, I haven't done it often, but when I have done it, I've gotten some very good collaboration with the leadership, and they're not meaning to unintentionally hurt anyone's feelings or not recognize them. It's just the course of it's not top of mind. So I think that would be a suggestion to consider. Is sometimes we have to do that. And Bert, I mean, in law firms, I know you guys get lots of pats on the back all the time, and it's a big, happy, collaborative space. But maybe you got something you want to share here.
Yeah, of course. So we deal with HR all the time in our line of work, and one of the things that makes it hard for HR is that uh, organizations don't look at HR as a profit center, and therefore they're not adding to the bottom line of the organization. They're almost sometimes seen as like a necessary evil. And so they don't get the recognition that they deserve. And I would suggest that HR, the top HR executives in the organization, have conversations with the employees who report to them and to the employees to whom those supervisors or top HR officials report to conversations with the presidents and the CEOs and the VPs. And those conversations should go along the lines of, we may not be a profit center to the point that we're producing revenue, but we are risk managers for this organization, and it has the exact same effect on the bottom line. When we save an organization a ton of money because we are making good decisions out there, we're managing the risk to the organization, we're preventing lawsuits, we're preventing union organization, or if you're unionized already, we're preventing grievances. All of that has the same effect as profitability of revenue. You're
Even
not
more
spending
so.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not spending the revenue, so it has the same effect on the bottom line, and therefore really is just as important. And so it may take a little bit of dialogue and a little bit of shift in thinking, but the contributions of HR to the bottom line, you got to get people to focus on that and let those subordinate employees know that they're there to manage risk for the organization, and you manage risk for an organization by good policy, good managerial skills, and that means being there for the employees themselves, listening to the employees, giving them their day in court with the organization, so that they therefore don't think that they need to seek their day in court externally. So,
Yeah.
just some suggestions there, trying to rephrase the conversation.
Yeah, and my guess is when you look around, and I saw it too, we were just not good at recognizing people. It wasn't intentional exclusion of that. We just didn't do it. The finance department wasn't getting recognized. Maybe even the safety department or the environmental department, different from the safety department, wasn't being recognized in the same way. So, if you look around, you might be able to make it a conversation about some of the contributing organizations versus the profit centers.
Thanks for being an on-demand viewer of This Week at Work. Don't forget you can be part of the show by watching live at 7:30 a.m. Central every Thursday morning, when you can get your burning questions answered by using the question mark icon to the right of the player. In fact, you can ask a question now. Head over to aimea.org. Under Member Resources, you'll find This Week at Work. Click Listen Live to register for our next episode and submit a question. Or follow or subscribe wherever you get your news and entertainment. We'll see you next week when we discuss what's happening this week at work.